Hey everyone, how's it going? It is now 2:37 a.m. on September 25th, 2014, and I am recording a game you have probably never seen before. It is called The Legend of Heroes, Sen no Kiseki 2. It's a Japanese name. It's a Japanese game. So this game just came out, and it is a sequel to The Legend of Heroes Sen no Kiseki, also known as Trails in the Flash, but most people don't like that. Especially the Falcom elitist and Japanese loving people, for lack of a better word. Trails in the Flash is not really a good translation of Sen no Kiseki, so they will not appreciate you calling it that. But I know some people need an English name, so anyway, I didn't upload videos for the original game, but you can find lots online. I actually did record one video. I will hopefully have a chance to upload it. But basically, this game is a direct sequel. It takes place right after the events of the first game, and as a result, there's a lot of spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch it. I'm not going to really warn, because it's kind of understood that since it's a direct sequel, there are going to be spoilers. That comes with sequel territory. Even more so, I guess, because this game is kind of plot heavy. It's an RPG. It's made by Falcom, the same people who made Ys, same people who are responsible for... It's the same kind of series as Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. It takes place in the same world, but it focuses on a different country and different characters and stuff. Yep, I pressed X. It's got this thing going for it where you have the O button is go and the X button is back, which throws me off because I am used to the opposite configuration for my PlayStation controller. So just now, what I'm pretty sure I did is I have a save file for the previous game, so I just loaded that up and I get some bonuses that I didn't pay attention to. That's just okay, so yeah, so we should get the scars right now. The game's in Japanese. I don't really understand Japanese. I'm still able to play and enjoy this game anyway. Hopefully that says a lot about the game. That being said, I will try to give a basic idea of what's going on, which is probably more than a lot of other videos, because most people who, as far as I know, upload this game don't upload with any commentary. So I will try to upload with commentary when I can. Now I also have this game coming for Vita, being shipped, physical edition instead of digital. Busted a lot of money on this, but whatever. And that's because the game is really long. If you notice the playtime for the previous version, it was like over 70 hours. That's not including retries and post-game stuff and that kind of thing. So, yeah. The spoilers begin now. At the end of the previous game, Rin and his classmates from Thor's military academy encountered one of their own classmates who was a traitor. Kind of, not really. In a way, he's not a traitor. His actual identity is C. His name's Crow, and he's C, a leader of a group of terrorists. And he shoots this other really important noble dude. And that sort of sets off a chain of events, and there's other drama. So the game ends with Rin, the main character, and his friends fighting against Crow. And Rin kind of ends up losing here, as you can see in the picture. And he gets sent off away in this mech thing, which is its own whole really confusing plot point. But you can see the mech on the left here, and Crow's on the right. So he says pretty much that the whole identity of Crow Armburst and being at the academy was just all a fake to get knowledge and other stuff. In actuality, he is C, this guy who's kind of actually reminds me of Zero. I think that's the name from Code Geass. It's been forever. It must be Zero. If it's not Zero, somebody shut me up. He wears a similar mask and it kind of has a few other similarities. So right now the game's just kind of recapping a little bit, but we'll get into it soon. There's going to be some explaining. It says it is Isengard. I don't really know what that is. I think pretty sure it's a place we haven't seen in the original game. So I think we'll be seeing lots of new places and some old places as well. Hopefully more new places than Tales of Xillia 2 showed. That game was mostly revisiting places. The graphics and base engine are pretty sure the same. You'll notice right away the graphics aren't nearly impressive as, say, Final Fantasy. Game's more focused on story and I guess music. It's just a lower budget game in a way, but yeah, it's still got its appeal. So he's saying, so he just woke up and he's like, I'm pretty sure until now, or just now, was fighting. Is it a dream? No, it's nothing like that. Again, I don't really speak Japanese. I'm just kind of very rough head translations of what I think they might be saying, for lack of a better way to put it. Just to help you follow along a little bit. So his name is Rean Schwarzer. He's the main character, and a lot of the times I legit have no idea what they're saying. So yeah. You're a cat, a talking cat. This is one of the main spoilers. This isn't a dream. Pretty much everything that happened is reality. There's no time to like daze around, I guess. I don't know. Something like think about yourself. Worry about yourself, taking care of yourself for now, instead of worrying about his friends who he left behind. So when he was sent off by Valamar's like autopilot system or something and protected, along with this mech here, but his friends were left there, so now he's separated, and that's kind of where the game ended. And it was just kind of a dramatic moment. I don't know what this Haino Riser is. It might be like the generic name for the mech. Explain what the heck's going on. What are these? I don't know if he said mechanized humanoid humans or something. And in the first place, what are you? Just calm down and I'll explain, or something like that. So, talking cat named Saria? You were chosen. Was it the king's power? It's pretty much the power to control this mech, is what I'm pretty sure it is. Something about a knight. I didn't catch it. Funny thing is, I keep talking over myself and missing part of what they're saying, but it doesn't really matter. So it's some kind of, they call these mech things some kind of knights. Maybe also risers. There might be multiple names for it. Haino Kishin. And the name is Valimar. That's like the official name of that. I don't know how else to put it. So I think they're talking about the enemy knight now that Crow had. So Crow also had a mech, and it was this really epic climactic battle of the game where the two friends, Rina and Crow, fought each other, and they end up fighting each other with mechs, and it's pretty epic, I guess. You'd have to see it yourself. So now he's thinking back to everyone and what Crow did. She's saying she was tricked, I think. So I think she was saying like she didn't know that they had the night, and like were they waiting for this chance some amount of time or something like that. Wake up. Can't you hear my voice or something like that? Can't you, like, don't you respond to my voice? I don't know. He wants to go back to Trista, which is it's kind of the home base of the first game, where the Thor's military academy that they all go to is. The uniform he's wearing right now is from that very academy, and it's mostly is the academy there, but it's a recurring place, where presumably everyone is. That's kind of where the final battle was fought. It was fought actually on the roads to Trista. I didn't catch what they said, but I think this says Ima wa Mudayo, so I think that means right now it's pointless. I don't know what Kerun means, but right now the mech isn't functional. Something he has to heal. So pretty much he knows where they are. It's something I don't really know myself. I'm not too familiar with the locations and that, but she's surprised that he knows. Where are you going? Okay, some controls. I don't know what this says. I don't even care. I earned a trophy already. System save. You know, my PS3 controller feels weird. Can you guys hear that? Oh, I think it's fixed. I think it was moved or something. There is a weird sound. It's not a very old controller. I don't know what they're showing right here. But the game should be similar enough that I can figure it out fine. So this cat is following me. Looks like I can't run right now. Or no, I can't use something else. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice here is that you start at level 40. Interestingly enough, that's actually kind of low leveled, at least from what I remember. I believe in the game I was actually a lot higher leveled in the previous thing, so it's kind of surprising that I'm only level 40 actually. I think I reached level 60 or something. I'm not used to these controls still. To re-get used to it, so I don't have anything on me right now for the most part. Yeah, I got nothing, so there's no point wasting time around here. Though it shows he has a sword, but really he doesn't. There was something I wanted to show, but I can't remember. Yeah, whatever. Let's go. Get a sword. Oh yeah, that thing that popped up earlier was the active voice, which is people just talking. Like other games, it's a more common feature now, where they talk and you can move at the same time. So when there's no voices, I have like no idea what's going on. If I really take time out, then I could manually translate it. But yeah, that's not really helpful. So it looks like he has his arcs now, so that allows him to use orbments. The game's gonna explain how this stuff works. Even if I didn't know how it works from the last game, I would just end up having to trial and error figure it out anyway. So I'm not gonna worry too much about that. But I will set some stuff. Looks like all I have is that right now. It kind of stinks, actually, to be quite honest. And we'll be seeing our first fight soon. So even though it's a sequel, you still have to kind of introduce people into things. You can't just jump right into the game. That's not really fair to players. Some people need a review, some people for some reason might not have played the original. Which is kind of a shame because it's one of those games where you really should. I don't know if that was useful, so I ran in circles because I'm used to getting behind them, taking an advantage. It's showing how to do stuff, and we finally get to hear some of the amazing music. It's my turn. Okay, so for those who've never played a Trails game, we've got this bar at the top left that determines the turn order, and characters switch off taking turns to attack here, so it is turn-based. And there's a lot of different other stuff that'll come into play. But for now, just note that you're starting level 40, which is pretty high for starting. And they've got a lot of crafts here already, but no S-craft. So as you attack, you gain CP, which lets you do special attacks called crafts. And crafts are really useful, and you want to use as many as you can. And you also have arts, which are mostly pretty much magic attacks, support, healing, and of course attack. Something about notes, I think. This is figuring out an enemy's weakness. I should probably read this just in case there's anything. Yeah, maybe it's probably not that important. So Shikan Gakuen or whatever he says is like the academy, the military academy. So he says, like, you know, what's happened to everyone there, and then he's like, well, she's like, wait up, and then he's like, I have to return back. So if they're talking about generic stuff, I usually understand. She just keeps saying, wait up. She has a cat, she can't keep up. I think this is just, I'm not totally sure, but I think Reen is upset because this cat is the reason why Reen was forced to leave. So like the cat was like, Valimar, take him to safety or something, and then he was forced to leave out of his own will because he was already in like the pilot seat and there's nothing he could do. So I think he's a little bit mad, as you can see from his expression. He's like, alright, whatever, for now we just have to return as fast as we can.
なんだって。バカなことを言うな。そんなに立っているわけが。
だから言ってるじゃない。いい？初めての動機であんたが消耗しきっていたの。それこそ下手すれば命に関わるくらいにね。それをたかが一月程度で歩けるまでに回復できたのは彼。肺の鬼神のおかげ、わずかに残っていたマナーを全部あんたの回復に当てたのよ。ちなみに私も付き合ってあげたんだからね。お礼を言われるならまだしも恨まれる筋合いはないってな。
I don't really get it, but there's some reason that he can't simply return right away, it seems like. And something about mana and his life force.
1ヶ月だって。それじゃトリスタは。
Maybe it's been 1 week already? Or 1 day?
士官学院みんな。
So he's really worried about everyone, of course. I think it's 1 week, because I feel like I would know the word for day, even though I don't really know Japanese. So yeah, this is a lot of guessing what the heck's going on. But I'm okay with that, because the music is awesome. I should be able to attack. There we go. That didn't really net me anything this time though. So now we've got turn bonuses and we've got arts. So if I use a critical attack, it doesn't really do great damage because of high defense. If I use arts, well actually he got the 0 arts, which is unfortunate. So if he misses, you get a counter, which is pretty much what that thing just said. This art, craft rather, it also slows him down. So notice the arrows change. That enemy's a little bit faster than I thought. But I want to give myself some distance so I can use this art here. Alright, this is okay. Something like that. With this, it's okay. See, I only know stuff because I've heard certain phrases so many times. How do I run? There we go. This thing just heals me. They're gonna have some nice explanation about how I should use that I just skipped. Okay, it looks like we are at a good stopping point. So I'm gonna go ahead and save. This is really confusing because once you get into these menus, it goes back to the normal controls where X is go and O is back. So I always get confused while saving. Hopefully I can figure it out by muscle memory eventually. This cross save is useful because I can save between the PS3 and PS Vita versions for when I'm playing on the go. At which point I won't be uploading everything probably. I'll be uploading boss battles and maybe other occasional updates. Anyhow, that's that for this time. If you are interested in this game, tune in for the next video.